US politics now, and Republican Mitt Romney has scored two pivotal wins in his bid to become the party's presidential nominee for the race against Barack Obama. The former governor easily won the Arizona primary, and he's also snatched a win in the Michigan primary, according to US media projections. His victories over rival Rick Santorum mean he's avoided an upset that could have severely dented his White House hopes. Both candidates remain confident going into next week's Super Tuesday, where 10 states will be contested.
Just a week ago, the pundits and the pollsters, they were ready to count us out. But across Michigan and Arizona, I kept on meeting moms and dads and students and grandparents, and they were concerned about what's happening to this great country of ours. And I was confident that we could come together today and take a giant step toward a brighter future. So tonight, their efforts have brought our cause a great victory, and we celebrate with people across these states. Thank you.
And it's getting harder out here in America. It's getting harder for people to make ends meet because we have a government that is crushing us every single day with more taxes, more regulations, and the idea that they know better than you how to run your life. That ultimately is about what this race is about. It goes down to the very nature of who we are as Americans. Are we a country that believes in big government? Do we believe in the smart and elite in this country to manage us? Or do you believe in free people and a free economy and building a great America from the bottom up? What do you say?
Brendon O'Connor is an associate professor of American politics at the United States Studies Centre. I spoke to him a short time ago about the projected slim victory for Republican presidential candidate Mitt Romney in the Michigan primary, and I asked him why Mitt Romney is having so much trouble closing the deal in this pre-selection race.
Defeat would have been disaster for him today. It would have suggested he couldn't win where he was born, where his father was governor. So he's got to be happy. But as you say, the race will go on. It will probably go on long. And sure, there's a lot of doubts about Mitt Romney.
I think Mitt Romney won Michigan fairly easily last time round during the last presidential race. What has changed? Why is he seeming to be able to failing to close the deal, if you like, on his nomination?
Well, that was a bit of an aberration in some way in a race that McCain was off to win. This time round, I suppose Santorum has really surged. There's this race clearly between Santorum and Romney, which will go on for a time. Romney's inauthenticity, some people see him as a bit fake, as a bit too rich, as someone who makes a lot of gaffes about how much money he earns. These things have led to a lot of doubts, and he's not particularly conservative. And Santorum has this real following amongst hardline conservative Americans.
There seems to be these two arguments. One is that Mitt Romney is the best candidate to be able to beat Barack Obama, and another side seems to be saying Mitt Romney is too much like Barack Obama. Yeah,
I mean, Mitt Romney has a bit of the John Kerry, Al Gore problem, that he's not loved. He might seem like he looks the part, he speaks the part, he's bright, but he's someone who Republicans haven't warmed to. So there's this really unfortunate for the Republicans, you know, death spiral really between these two candidates, with I suppose Newt Gingrich on the side hoping for something good in the South on Super Tuesday. So this just cannot be settled, and I think this will be the case for another month or so, that Santorum won't go away. He hasn't got another job to go to. This is the greatest it's going to get for him, and he'll continue to sort of nip away at Romney.
Let me ask you about Super Tuesday. 10 states, I think it is, voting next Tuesday in the United States. So while we've seen Rick Santorum surge, for example, is this a chance, Super Tuesday, a chance for a candidate like Newt Gingrich to come back? And what's at stake for Mitt Romney? If he can't sort of take most of those states, is he really in big trouble?
I think Romney will do fairly well. In Virginia, he's really the only main candidate on the ballot, so that helps a lot. Gingrich will win his home state of Virginia. He might win Tennessee, so he'll have the southern appeal. Rick Santorum will want to win Ohio. That's a state where there's a lot of job losses, an industrial state. His message to kind of working class Catholics will sell quite well. So there might be a bit in it for all of them, which is probably the last thing the Republican Party want, because that will give them all a reason to go on and to give a speech saying, I speak for a group of people, I'm on the sort of way up. So I think there's unlikely to be an overwhelming victory for Romney, and this is really what Romney needs. He needs to blast his opponents out of the water and say, okay, give up guys, I've got more money than you, you're just wasting your time.